Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something really critical for growing businesses. It's about picking the right partner to implement an ERP system. SAP, Odoo, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics.
Right. And the system itself is, of course, important, but that implementation partner, that's often the make or break factor.
Exactly. Get it wrong, and you're looking at, wasted money, wasted time, and a project that just fails.
Absolutely. It's a huge investment, these ERPs. You can have the best system in the world, but without the right implementer, it's like having a map but no guide.
Yeah, things get complicated fast.
And the wrong partner can make those complications even worse. Budgets blow out, the system doesn't solve what you needed it to solve. It's messy.
So to help you navigate this, we've really dug into the insights from Mohamed Abdel Moneim Moursi. He's got, over 26 years?
Yeah, 26 years in information systems, digital transformation, e-commerce. Seen it all.
Right. Across all sorts of companies. Egyptian, Arab, multinationals, big, small. He knows what works.
He definitely does.
So our mission here is to pull out those actionable steps, those key things you need to think about to choose the right partner. We want to make sure your ERP project succeeds and actually delivers value.
Okay, so where do we start? Moursi's first big piece of advice is actually before you pick the software. He strongly suggests getting an independent expert or consultancy involved early on.
Like right at the beginning.
Exactly. Before you're even comparing Odoo versus SAP versus Dynamics, get someone unbiased.
Okay, that makes sense. Why?
Well, they can do a proper preliminary study, really understand your specific business, your processes, your problems, and then recommend the system type Odoo, Dynamics, whatever that genuinely fits. They aren't pushing a particular brand,
Got it. So their objective, their goal isn't selling software, it's finding the right software for you.
Precisely. It's all about getting real added value, making sure the system actually goes live, works properly, and, improves things.
Helps the bottom line.
That's the goal. An unbiased expert helps align the tech with your actual business strategy.
Okay, so that independent advice is step one. What's next?
Defining your own needs really, really clearly.
Sounds basic, but Moursi says a lot of companies kind of skip this or don't do it thoroughly enough.
Yeah, it's crucial groundwork. You need to pinpoint your exact pain points. What problems are you trying to solve? What are your goals?
Right. An ERP shouldn't just be a shiny new tech toy.
No. It needs to solve problems, reduce costs, increase profits, streamline things.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly. So understand your why before you look at the what or the who.
And Moursi says, document it. Write down those requirements.
Yes. That document becomes your guide, your checklist.
Helps keep everything focused on the business objectives when you start looking at systems and partners.
Which brings us neatly to actually finding that partner.
Okay, so you know what you need. Now who can build it?
Right. And Moursi warns against just picking any partner who says they do ERPs.
Specialization matters.
Hugely. He stresses finding reputable, certified partners who have proven experience in your specific industry.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, his example is great. If you're a retail business, you don't hire the guys who mostly do ERP for real estate companies.
Right. Different worlds, inventory, point of sale.
Right.
Completely different challenges.
Exactly. Their understanding just won't be deep enough. They might know the core ERP, but not the industry specifics.
So how do you find these industry specialists?
Moursi says go to the ERP vendor, Odoo, SAP, Microsoft, whoever. Ask them for certified partners with experience in your sector.
And then verify.
Absolutely. Verify their credentials, check their portfolio.
And talk to their past clients, right. Moursi mentions that.
Definitely. Don't just take the partner's word for it. Call up their references. Ask the tough questions.
Like, what's a key question you'd ask?
I'd ask about how they handled unexpected problems. Were they proactive? How was the communication when things got tricky?
Yeah, those soft skills are important, not just the technical side.
For sure. So once you've got a short list, you need to evaluate them thoroughly. Moursi says look past the sales pitch.
Okay, what are we digging into?
Certifications, yes, but also the actual team who'll work on your project. What's their experience?
Their training methods for your staff.
Crucial.
Yeah.
And how they communicate. And again, check with a vendor. What's this partner's track record? Do they finish projects successfully?
Good point. Ask about completion rates.
And Moursi brings up another critical point.
Yeah.
The partner's team structure.
What does he mean by that?
Are you getting full-time, dedicated people? Or are they relying heavily on part-timers, freelancers, outsourced folks?
Because that can cause
inconsistencies, communication gaps, delays. It can get messy. if the team isn't cohesive.
And he also mentioned checking employee turnover at the partner company.
Yes, ask about their staff retention. If they have high turnover, you could be constantly re-explaining things to new faces on your project.
Right, that sounds disruptive. Okay, so team structure, turnover.
Right.
What about the proposals and the price?
Okay, proposals. Get several, compare them. But Moursi gives a big warning here.
Don't just pick the cheapest one.
Exactly. Yeah. It's so tempting. But the lowest initial price can bite you later.
How so? Hidden costs.
Often, yeah. Costs for essential customizations, maybe integrations that weren't clearly included, extra support fees. It adds up fast.
So you need to look at the whole picture, not just the price tag.
A holistic view, Moursi calls it. What's everything they're offering? Can they handle related things like network setup, servers?
Oh, right. To avoid managing multiple vendors.
Yeah, dealing with one capable partner for the whole ecosystem is usually much smoother, less finger-pointing if issues pop up.
Okay, this next one sounds really key. Moursi says you must demand a live demo tailored to your business.
Absolutely non-negotiable. No generic demos.
What does tailored mean here?
It means using your actual data, showing your specific processes, your challenges within their system.
Not some perfect pre-canned scenario.
No way. You need to see how it handles your reality.
Yeah.
How does data flow between modules for your common tasks?
And during that demo, you should be asking about their experience with companies just like yours, right?
Yes. Have they solved similar problems in your industry before? Get specific.
And it's not just about watching the demo, is it?
No. Moursi says get your hands dirty, test it yourself, use your real data during the demo if possible.
Click around, try the functions.
Exactly. Don't be passive. See if the integrations actually work with your kind of information.
Because demo data can hide problems.
For sure. Clean demo data might mask integration flaws or other issues that only appear with real-world messy data.
And check they can integrate all the modules you need.
Critical point. Some partners are great at, say, finance, but struggle to integrate it seamlessly with warehouse or CRM. You need the whole system working together.
Okay, makes sense. So you've seen the demos, tested things out, now the contracts.
Yeah, not the fun part, but Moursi stresses how vital it is. Get clear, comprehensive contracts.
What needs to be in there?
Performance clauses. Responsibilities for both sides. What happens if you don't provide data on time? What happens if they miss milestones? Penalties need to be defined.
Okay, clear consequences.
And project timelines, payment schedules, linked to deliverables, the exact scope of work. All spelled out.
And get a lawyer to review it.
Absolutely. Moursi says don't skip that step. Legal expertise is crucial here.
Right. Now, something else Moursi mentioned. Local expertise. Why is that important?
Super important, especially depending on where you operate. Does the partner understand local laws and regulations?
Like tax rules, e-invoicing, HR laws.
Exactly. Think about specific requirements like e-invoicing in Egypt or sponsorship rules in Saudi Arabia. An outsider might miss these nuances.
Which could lead to big compliance problems.
Huge ones. And language, too. If your team isn't fluent in, say, English, having a partner who speaks the local language fluently helps immensely with training and communication.
Good point. Easier communication, better training adoption.
Plus, ongoing support is often easier with a local partner. No time zone headaches, more familiarity with the local context.
Okay, local knowledge is key. Then Moursi circles back to the partner's capabilities, ensuring they can handle everything.
Yes, comprehensive implementation capabilities. Can they implement all the modules you need and integrate them properly?
As opposed to partners who only do some modules well.
Right. He warns against partners who might implement, say, finance and HR, but then need to bring in third parties for warehouse or manufacturing.
Why is that bad?
It just adds complexity. Potential integration issues, maybe hidden costs, managing multiple contacts. It's smoother if one partner handles it all.
He used the malls example, right?
Yeah. A malls company needs finance, procurement, warehouse, but also specialized real estate modules. The partner needs that full range.
Okay. And finally, it's not just about the initial implementation.
No. Moursi emphasizes ongoing evaluation. Set up a process to regularly assess the partner's performance.
Throughout the whole project. Analysis, implementation, training, support.
Yes. Keep checking in. Does it stay on track? Are issues being handled? It ensures you're heading towards success.
It's a partnership, not a one-off purchase.
Exactly. And look for a partner who shows innovation, good technical depth, and can support future needs.
Like server upgrades, data migrations, custom reports later on.
All of that. You want a partner who can grow with you.
Okay, so let's boil this down for everyone listening. Choosing that ERP partner. It's huge.
It really is. It's a strategic decision, not just IT.
Key takeaways. Find someone who knows your industry inside out.
Understand your budget, but don't just chase the lowest price. Look deeper.
Demand those tailored demos with your data. Get hands-on.
Yep. And read that contract carefully, with legal help.
It sounds like a lot of work up front.
It is. But the due diligence pays off massively in the long run.
So the final thought is, this partner choice heavily impacts your future success and efficiency.
Absolutely. It's about finding someone you can trust, who understands your business, and who can deliver. Think long-term. Think partnership. Think about the confidence you'll have knowing you picked the right team.